Hey gang, Jamie Aston, and in today's video, we were going to do a full 4-year review of the Bass Trucker Heritage. I will be shooting that video probably tomorrow. I'm going to put a link in here, or maybe it'll be mixed in with this video of me trying to shoot that video this afternoon, this evening. The sun's going down fast. I'm deep in the woods, and we couldn't get to the lake I wanted to get to. Now I'm in South Central Arkansas right now. With all of this rain, a lot of the water from up north is being released from those dams and it's flooded. I went through 3 flooded parts of the road, and I got to the third one. I knew it was a little bit deeper right there and the water was flowing across. I decided not to do it. So y'all can see bits and clips of that video where I tried to, go ahead and make it to a lake. But I knew the other lake, Green Lake, Morro Bay, all of that type of stuff, I knew it was underwater. So I was hoping I could get to Paraguay, but I couldn't. Now, I could have gone to a whole lot of other lakes and, where they've let the water out and things like that. I could have put in the river that was very close to me, but I didn't. I wanted to come here for a very specific reason. I like being down here. That didn't work. So anywho, we're going to be doing a 4-year review. And you all, this is not Bree. This is Bella. Bree passed away a couple of years ago, and that's why you all don't see me much. But I'm still here. I still get comments, and the main thing I definitely want to show you all is a shout out to everyone who purchased a Breezy box. It's a network hub for Garmin fish finders, and I'm also making it for not only Garmin but Lowrance and Humminbird. So you can save yourself some money by networking your Garmin fish finders, by supporting me, and it's, you all know the COVID, you all know all of these type of things came about. I'm not gonna lie about it. That has, really truly helped me. A whole bunch of things have changed for me. Like I said, I'm down here in Arkansas. So instead of that 4-year review, I'm gonna just do an overview of my upgrades that are very recent upgrades. And Bella, stay. And not only that, but we'll go into more depth in the real review. But let's go ahead and show some modifications so you all can see Banks is still doing it. It was really tough without Bree. I don't know if anyone, I don't have any children. That was like a family member. It's like a child to me. Broke my heart dearly, She's on my right hand. That's my right hand. That's where she is. So paw prints, everything all up in there. Yeah, anywho, so let's get to the boat. All right, first, I know you all see this, and a lot of people ask me to do this in the very first year. I said I was going to do it in my video. Why did it take to get to year 22 to do it? Well, shoot, I've usually fished by myself, so that was okay for me. The problem is I kept a lot of junk in this area. Bree, Bella, or when I had other people in here, they were, like, man, you got a lot of junk in here. I'm stumbling over stuff. It was just, I'm bringing in things, taking it out, X, Y, and Z. So I put this in because I had a bass tournament. Bella, that was April 9th, right? April 9th, we had a bass tournament. I never fished that lake before. I ain't do well. But I got my feet wet back into this thing, and I had a partner with me, and so I wanted to make sure I had some stuff in place ready for it. I have been sick of that Minn Kota Edge. I know a lot of people like it, but in Northern California, a lot of deep water lakes, I get blown around a lot in this boat. Even down here in Arkansas, the shallow body lakes, I get blown out of my spot. So years ago, I upgraded the Edge to the Maxim because the Edge just seemed like I was working it too hard to stay in and fight the wind. I was having to use 5. It was never like finding that sweet spot was tough. With the Minn Kota Maxim, it did very well on the boat to fight the wind and everything. But secondly, I was always having to drop an anchor off, and I really wanted spot lock. And I really wanted to get the Minn Kota Ultrex. Those things have been hard to find this year. I should have got it years ago because all the prices went up on these things. But thankfully, I got a sweet deal on my Garmin Force. People, don't get me wrong, man. I look for deals on everything I buy. Everything I try to buy, I got this thing for less than retail. That's all I'm gonna say. But I worked some magic on this thing, and thankfully it happened. I also worked out for my EchoMap Plus units. I'm now using EchoMap UHD units. I know a lot of people got those years ago, but I was using the UHD hub, so I still had UHD, things like that. So those are the obvious ones. We still got that same seat. And recently I just did a full full coverage, full service 4-year. I did the impeller. I did all of the fluids, of course. I did the inline fuel filter as well as the regular fuel filter. Let's see, what else did we do to this thing? You know, oil change, all that crap. Always, at least once a year, I will top off those Zerk fittings. There's one there. I have a video to show you all about that type of stuff. I don't think I made a video for the impeller, but I'll shoot you a link. There's a guy in Arkansas, northern Arkansas, I think it is. I use his video to learn how to do the impeller. I'm not a boat mechanic, I'm just an IT guy. So his video is very nice. I'll shoot you all to him and let him get some hits off of it, because that video is what got me. I'm not gonna act like I'm a pro and steal that. So what else do we have up here? Again, I showed you all. I have my Breezy box here, not because I have to. I have it here more so to showcase. Why not put my own product up front rather than tucking it underneath the boat? Okay, so let's see. Yeah, we got our hubcaps. We only lost one hubcaps. And I did put them back on. I know I told you all I took them off, but I used silicone on them. I've repacked those bearings. This boat has been from California to Arkansas a few times. Trailer, no issues, but I maintain the trailer. Like I said, I repacked those bearings. I'm always checking them out, things like that. I've redone the bunks. This is the only bunk that's stock. Well, the first time I drove to Arkansas from California, this bunk was gone. I don't know how that happened. And the bunks underneath had lost all the bolts but one bolt. And if it wasn't for the weight of the boat on it, the bunks were gone. I launched the thing in the water and the bunks just fell off the boat. They were rotted out and lost the bolts. From the shaking around, the bolts just dug themselves out. So I'll show you all a video and some pictures of what I did to cure that for my boat. I did this in Arkansas a couple of years ago. Because that's when I found out about it. I re-carpeted the bunks, but I'll show you underneath. Underneath, you see the wood is exposed. I did not put carpet underneath. And this is so they will dry. The wood is not treated wood, but it is wood that I did seal the wood, you know. And I put the carpet on, but I don't want the water to hold up in the carpet, so I did not put the wood at the bottom of it. So, yeah, I've had to replace the trailer lights, not because they failed, but because they I broke one of them backing up one time. So, you know, I've lost this cover before, didn't have it on good. Bloop, gone, had to buy a new one. My cover is still doing very well, but it has a big rip in it. I'm trying to buy it from another guy who's seen my videos, things like that. A lot of you all sold and been using, but I actually use my cover, so I'm still in the market. He's in Northern Cal, so he'll be, you know, he seems like he was pretty eager to sell it to me. He contacted me very recently. So, anywho, let's get into some of these things. Let's start at the back of the boat. So, you might have noticed a couple other things. We have LED light right here. We have one right here, and we have one in that corner. So I'll show you all what those are for in just a moment. We do have an automatic bilge pump switch. So I gotta try to, you know, usually keep my crap off of it so it'll actually work. And this lock needs to be right there. But anywho, if this thing gets enough water in here, it could pump it on. So we added this puppy in here many moons ago, and as you just heard, it still works. You know, for that one time you forget to put that switch in there, which has happened. I mean, that drain plug, you know. Oh, there's the other drain plug. You see me making a video for y'all. Man, I knew it was missing. I like to keep this stuff down where I can get to it, You know, even if the hatch is closed, I can get to it very easily. I like to keep at least 2 of them on the boat. So anywho, we're past that. We'll leave this hatch up just for now. See, Bella, she's almost like Bree on this boat. She does pretty dang good. Okay. Did I lock it back? Yeah, I locked it back. I lock it back just in so it won't pop open or something. I was just in it earlier. Well, quite honestly, I got it overpacked, overstuffed, and it looks like some things have shifted around. I can't get it open. I actually have another one of these. I'm just gonna have to, I'm gonna have to break into my own boat. Ain't that nothing? This is what happened. This is a guerrilla video. This was not supposed to happen because I keep my fish finders in. I was just in the doggone thing. I think, you know, just from things shifting around on the boat. So we can't get in there. Okay, well. Let's talk about some other hatches then. So a lot of people say they don't use the live well, they don't keep the fish, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's not my issue with the live well. I fished a tournament in 2018-19. I had the live well. It just wasn't big enough, and I got penalized because I had bass die. I took a lot of penalties for that, man. It made my weight go from looking good to like, but, you know, it is what it is. So, it is still and can be used as a live well. But more so the plan is for bait well or for smaller fish, bluegill, things like that. Now, pay attention to that. You all know about that. Here is my first hatch. My first hatch, and as you all can see, this is not treated wood. I sealed the wood, then I painted it brown. Oh, you all noticed the carpet wasn't the same? Yeah, I don't care. I got it for a really good price. So it is 16-ounce carpet, but you know, hey, brown and beige two-tone, it's all right. So what we have in here is we have some of our gear right here. That's more so bag lures. I have this crate I can pull out right there, and it's like, damn, all my stuff is very, very organized. You know, it's very well organized. Bass jigs, everything else. I got my spinnerbait box down here, but every crate is organized well enough to see in it and to do what I need to doggone do. Where did that one come from? Y'all remember where I got that one from? Oh, I had to say, I know that swim bait box wasn't like right there. It was right there, and these are right there. So that box is in the way right there. But anywho, we got A-rigs. So I used to carry 3 doggone anchors with me. Sand, river, and stuff like that. Now, and I used to carry drift socks. Now I carry just one anchor, one river anchor. That's the tri-prong anchor. I got a rope down here. That's just an anchor bag. This is just a huge dry bag, you know, in case I need it. But the hatch is gone. That little door, I took that door off. So it's just an open hatch right here. Down here, got my little force remote, a second scale on the boat, things like that. And there's an LED light. I don't know what's more important to show you all, but you all know the rods go right here. And I know you can probably tell this is a rod locker. Yeah, but what we did was, that looks very neat, doesn't it? How many tubes do we have in there? We got the original 4 plus 6 more. I got a little speaker in here right now. I just threw it in here. So this thing is carpeted up. And as you see, I used a mix of wood. I bought 1 sheet of plywood, 3/4 inch. And then the rest of it is the aluminum bracket, things like that. And the hatches have locks on them. All of that. There's another LED light right there. It's a blue LED. Now, I chose to use blue LED on the boat because when I'm out here in these woods, man, these mosquitoes and bugs, they attack the light so bad. So, yeah. So, anywho, as you can see, I could put about 10 rods in my box. And the way I have it divided up, I got rid of those little arm things. I don't need that. And even on this side, what I found is I can put my bait casters up here, up to 8-foot rods in both sides. And ask me how I did this. I cut it out. It looks good. You all like, dang, that kind of looks good. I painted orange so I could actually see the tube holes. But this is marine foam. This is a flotation foam. I bought that stuff and I dug all that foam out. I did not pick up that hatch. I developed a mechanism tool, you know, some rigging to get that foam back in there. So it looks pretty flush. And I just painted it brown. But that's foam. That's foam. That's carpet and metal. But you can't really tell the difference, can you all? That looks amazing. Sorry, gotta pat myself on the shoulder. This hatch works out really well. I wanted it to have to not just be able to come up. So even though it has a lock, instead of having to have a pull latch or something like that, you know, it kind of rubs up on that. Now, as you can see, I cut this little notch out just a little bit and made it like that. So you're like, that looks funny. No, I did that on purpose because I didn't really take this away. I left this thing right here. And these little things are just kind of just to make it kind of stay there. But I'm probably going to go ahead and unscrew them all out. I definitely cut them. So, talking about that bass tournament I was in. Bam. I got a live well. This is just a doggone igloo cooler. This is an igloo cooler. The Island Breeze cooler. I love these coolers. Uh-oh, somebody coming. All right. Sorry about that, people. I have to move the truck. No more water now. We're just in bear country or something. So, anywho. We have a new live well. This is the Igloo Island Breeze cooler. These are only about 18 bucks at Walmart. They do not have a drain port on them though. But I usually get these when I'm deer hunting and after season. Instead of everyone, oh, let me get a Yeti, blah blah blah. I'm not keeping my deer meat at a camp or anything like that. So what I usually do, I'll get this little $20 cooler. Put my meat in there and some dry ice. I usually pack about 48 pounds of meat in dry ice, or probably about 45 pounds, let's say that. Like I said, 45 to 48, don't take much dry ice. For a 6-hour flight back to California, I can have 50 pounds in that cooler. You duct tape it up. TSA has never broken that cooler. You can throw them away or give them away when you get back to wherever. So I knew exactly what I wanted to do. This equates to about, I want to say 17 gallon, or that's only a 9-gallon live well. I think this gets to about, I'll have to do my math again. I don't remember. I was using so many different container options. It might be 15. I don't know. We'll put it on the screen. Just calculate, you know. It's a 48 quart, 2 gallons. So 48 quart. Anywho, so what do we have in here? I fished this bass tournament not too long ago, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to put a drain port in there. I'm going to use this to pump the water out, blah, 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 blah. That was a mistake. So just this week, I just finished it a few days ago. I did put a drain plug in here, a drain port right there. And I'm just using a rubber stopper. I have my aerator port right here. Same as the one that's up there on the other one. And then I have an overflow hole right here. During that tournament, what happened was I was using some pipe to pump water from this one, and I had a little pipe that I was temporary, you know, pump the water over like that, and then I just started fishing. I forgot. I came back and all this water was everywhere in the boat. So I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. You know, that's a terrible idea. It needs a drain. It needs all that type of stuff like that. So we have that. So I showed you all three of those things right there. Up front, we didn't really do anything but move that tray that used to be on top of the trolling motor tray. See, I'm telling you all want to cut a hole in this deck if you haven't seen my video on that, but you definitely want to do that just because it makes installing these trolling motors so much easier. I'll just leave it in there for now. I don't screw mine down. I just leave like that because I can pick it up and go into the hatch. The wiring, I'll talk about this more in the video, but the wiring the tracker sends on these boats for the fish finders up here, they're garbage. I hate them. In fact, I don't like any of the wiring the tracker does. It's a rat's nest under here. I'll talk about that more in the video, but I do have a fuse box under my boat. I'll pull it out. Yeah, I guess this is the overview. So before we get to that then, let's check this little panel out. As you saw, I don't have that light in there. And this is a new addition I just put on. Now, I know a lot of people, you all have, you remove your 12 volt port and things like that and put a USB charger inside there. I didn't do that. I never did that. And I didn't do that because I still use 12 volt ports for different things, spotlights, all that type of stuff like that. So, and I made a light that I can use. But what I did do was I have 2 USB cables down here, and they are tied into this right here. So this thing, I have dual chargers, and I like that they hang down. I can hide. I don't have to worry about rain getting on my devices or anything like that. I can, you know, connect them up and put them under here. Second thing, when I'm running cameras, I can run a cable and run it to wherever I need to. So 2 ports without having to use an adapter and still retain that. So, you know, I might, if y'all have questions about that, I can tell you what you need to get. Things like that, you know. The light that was originally up there was LED, and why did I go with a clear light when it's only going to attract bugs? I really thought about it, you know, but I figured that if I wanted a light on the deck like that, I probably really wanted a light on the deck. You know, the blue light, it would have shined, but it's actually a little bit darker, and so I figured I really want light. If I want that light on, I have options. I don't have to use this one. You know, if I'm looking there trying to get fish out of there at night, yeah, I probably want good clean light. Inside of here, it's okay with the darker light. But I am going to, I just didn't do it today. I'm going to be putting the live well light in here that's going to be attached to the hatch lights. And I'm going to be putting another live well light inside of here that's attached to hatch lights. So when I turn hatches on, you know, hatches will, you know, light up everything under the deck. See, this thing is already starting to attract those bugs. Thankfully, this camera is getting dark, but you all don't really see that. It's I'm using my phone. So, what you think, Bella? Is that a decent overview? It's a long video. The Breezy Box, of course. You know, you can power that thing on like that. You know. Hey gang, Jamie Aston. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any comments, leave them below. If you like anything about this video, leave me a thumbs up. Please go to jamieaston.com. Check out the Breezy Box. If you use Garmin, Lowrance, or Humminbird devices and you need your devices networked, contact me. I guarantee you I can save you money. Saving you money supports me and the channel. It allows me to do more of this content. I haven't been here for a long time and I don't have a lot of subscribers, so it's not like I make my living from this. I don't. But it does help. Everything helps. I appreciate everyone who has emailed me, left a comment. I mean, you all would be surprised how many people have contacted me and said, hey, Jamie, where you at? We don't see you fishing. Are you okay? Are you still alive? What's going on? So I definitely appreciate all of you all. I appreciate everyone who has purchased or sent someone to the Breezy Box. But we have a lot of content coming, so ring that bell, subscribe. I have a lot of videos coming. Tracker boats, fishing. If you all like hunting, I have a lot of hunting content too. Just not posted a lot of that because I have some people who are a little bit iffy. In fact, I had one subscriber who I had to block because he was all over my Instagram, you know, trolling me for killing a deer. I eat fish, I eat deer. It's all organic. I grow food. Check out my channel. I don't thrill kill anything, you know. I just, you know, like to be as independent as I can. So you all contact me and stay tuned. Jamie Aston out.